Today we'll be making this toxic waste barrel puddle. You can use it for tabletop gaming or movie set miniatures, so stay tuned.
So I just used a cheap piece of foam here. We're going to want to bevel the edges, not too much because the edges will break. And we're just going to cut out a basic shape of a puddle here. Smooth it out a little bit, but not too much because that'll actually add a little bit of texture. And we're going to make a base coat here out of Mod Podge, acrylic brown and black paint, and then just stick it all in there, try to get all the little crevices. And since I'm impatient, I like to blow dry my pieces. I got these 3D printed pieces here that I got offline. You don't have to use 3D printed pieces, but you can use anything you'd like. And since I like this placement here, I'm going to glue them down. And since it's 3D printed that I'm using, you can actually take a lighter to it and bend them up a little bit, make it look a little more wrecked and not as uniform. I'm just going to stick down a little bit of PLA white glue here and stick some rocks down where I think that rocks will gather up. And after I'm satisfied with that, I'm going to take a little bit of sand in between. Pour that on there to give a little bit of texture. PLA, spray it down with some water, and sprinkle a little sawdust flocking around for a little more texture. I'm going to base everything now in gray. Make sure to get all the little crevices underneath everything and between everything, so you don't want any of that color showing through. And I'm just going to use two different browns here to color this all over. Make a black wash, a little bit of water and a little bit of black acrylic, and just mix that up and create a huge mess. Yeah. Okay, moving on. So I just put that black wash over everything. It was a little too heavy, but that's okay, we can fix it. I'm gonna heavy dry brush on a nice dark brown, building up the layers, a little less dry brushing and a little lighter paint until I come out with this. And I think it looks pretty good. So now we're gonna base all those objects in gray. Make sure we get them all covered good. And go for all those little rocks too. Make those all stand out and pop real nice. And take a little bit of white and lightly dry brush all those rocks and all those objects and a little bit of the dirt to get a little bit of variance. You don't want everything too uniform. And a lot more watery black wash here. And that's how it looks. We're going to take red and brown on the same brush and stipple on this rusting effect here. I think it turned out really good. It was my first time actually doing rust like this. Let me know what you think. And I think it looks pretty good. I'm going to take these leaves and a little bit of white glue and tweezers and just meticulously place these on everywhere I think a leaf should be. These things take forever, but they look amazing. We're going to take 2-part epoxy, a little bit of A, a little bit of B, and a little bit of brown acrylic. I think I put a little too much in there, but it's okay. We'll go with it. And pour it in. Make sure you get it everywhere you want it to be. And then we're going to take this green paint here to make our toxic barrels come to life. A little bit oozing out of there. It's actually reacts to UV because it's a neon paint. And so we're going to pour a little here, like it's dripping out, coming out of the fence there, and a few more leaves scattered around. And we're done.
Thanks for watching, and if you like what you saw, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. See you later. Today we'll be making this toxic waste puddle.